Good evening. Welcome to 2020. Tonight, we're myth-busting again, finding the real story behind 10 things you think are true, adding to the long list of myths, lies, and downright stupidity we've compiled in our 2020 book.
Our countdown begins with number 10, and it's what almost everyone is doing these days, multitasking. Because it's a more efficient way to work, right? Well, finding out was on Bill Ritter's to-do list.
It's almost a way of life, multitasking. I mean, doing just one thing at a time? Who does that anymore? How 20th century?
I'll admit it, I'm a multitasker. For instance, when I'm exercising, I'm also always emailing on my BlackBerry, and I'm pretty efficient at it. Or at least I thought I was, until I started reporting this story.
It's almost a status symbol. We brag about it. Oh, I'm so busy.
Dr. Edward Hollowell, author of the book Crazy Busy, says we are overdosing on technology.
The person who has the BlackBerry in a meeting is thinking to her or himself, you know, I'm being very productive because I'm listening here to the doctor, and I'm talking to him and interviewing him, and I'm also conducting business here.
And that is the grand seduction of multitasking. You think you're getting a lot done at once, but you, in fact, are not.
And Hollowell has scientific support. Vanderbilt University neuroscientist Renee Maraw asked students to do 2 tasks at once and then, using an MRI, examined their brains.
Essentially, it slows us down. We do one task, and then after that, we switch to the other.
Think of it as like an information traffic jam in your brain. And we know it can be dangerous, like if you're driving 60 miles an hour while talking on the phone.
1 second of inattention can kill them. And in fact, studies have shown talking on a cell phone while you're driving impairs your driving more than having had 2 drinks.
The University of Utah, using simulators, is studying the effects of multitasking behind the wheel, either for talking or for text messaging.
Oh crap, I crashed.
The findings? Drivers who multitasked were more than 5 times as likely to get into an accident. It is so obvious that one insurance company is now offering incentives to just drive.
We've all seen them. The makeup artist. Mr. Change Your Pants while driving. Multitasking doubles your risk of an accident. Do it a little less, and now Allstate will give you a bonus.
But it's not on the road where multitasking is really taking a mass toll.
Hey.
It's in the office.
How are you?
We are under such pressure from employers to do more and to think we're doing more by these multitasking operations.
You're right. The mandate now is do more with less.
And guess what? The folks at Microsoft, whose high-tech products helped create this problem, are now worried about it. They studied their own employees and found that workers who were interrupted by email or instant message took about 15 minutes to get back into their work groove. Eric Horvitz is a Microsoft manager.
If this happens 2 to 5 times an hour, each time taking 10 to 15 minutes on average to get back to what you were doing, what time is left to get the stuff done?
And not getting stuff done is costly. One study found workers waste an average of 2 hours a day on emails and recovery time. And that, according to the study, costs American businesses $650 billion a year.
You ask someone, where do you do your best thinking? Rarely do they say at work. They say in the shower, you know, because at work they're processing a lot of data, but they're not thinking in depth.
And so for some of us, it's going to take a kind of rehab to break this habit. And with that in mind, here is Hollowell's quick but admittedly difficult 3-step program. First, stop being on call 24/7. Check your emails, he says, at most once an hour. Number 2, turn off the computer's sound and that little icon that tells you there's a new email. And finally, if you absolutely have to listen to music while you're working or doing homework, are you listening, kids? Then listen to instrumentals. Lyrics are distracting.
Well, we have been talking for a half hour, and I have not once checked my BlackBerry or my cell phone. So I don't miss it.
There you go.